Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading. It's your second reading of this Thursday, beautiful sunny Thursday evening here in South Africa. A little bit windy, a little bit wild, but we're in the dog days of summer now, that is for sure. I have the new Palladini Tarot on the tarot table, and there it is, that's the box. And I am reading finally on the Coronation and the game of Coronation Chicken. Will the Harkles go or won't they go? And the energy is pretty fluid around this, I have to say, before I dig into this Celtic cross that I'm planning to do. Pretty fluid. It's one of the reasons why I haven't read on it up until now, but it's beginning to coalesce. And first of all, we heard that in the light of the book, the Harkles would be invited, but the royals would expect them to find a reason not to go. And of course, the big reason not to go is that it's Archie's birthday on that day. I think it's Archie's birthday. Is it the 6th of May? And so that would be a fine reason not to go. Stay in California, have a nice birthday party for Archie. He's getting to the stage where he can actually enjoy his birthday parties now. Then we got news today that it's a firm no from senior royals. They do not want the Harkles there. Senior royals named as Anne, Princess Anne and Prince Edward. They don't want the Harkles there. They're not welcome because they don't want their private conversations recorded and then reported in a paperback. Of course, Harry is rumoured to be revising Spare and bringing out a revised paperback edition just in time for the coronation, so he can ruin that for everyone too. So the Harkles, it's gone from you're invited but find a reason to stay away to don't come. You're not wanted. So it's firmed the energy from the royals in the last few days. It's really changed. So that's the backstory to this. That's the preamble to this Celtic cross. I'm doing it from the Harkles' point of view. We're going to find out what's going on, what pressure they might be under to attend from, for instance, Netflix, what they might be up to in terms of scheming and stuff like that, and how they feel about an apology and all the rest of it before they go. So I've got some specific questions in my Celtic cross that I've written down, but the underlying energy is pretty interesting. It's the Star in reverse, despair, depression, illness as well, the Star, following a wrong path, losing connection with your soul and your life purpose and all of those things. Terrible card to come out as the underlying energy for the Harkles. Of course, it's from their point of view. A loss of hope, a loss of faith. I think they were very optimistic that they would be going to the coronation. They would be there. They would be the center of it all. If all eyes would be on them, and it would be lovely material for Netflix for season 2 of the mockumentary. But this doesn't look good from the Harkles' point of view. They've lost their star power, their celebrity, their gloss, their shine is gone. And this is very negative. It's very depressed. It's world crashing down, really. The Star in reverse, the star falling to the ground, a bit like an angel falling. So the situation right now, Harkles and the coronation, is something they want. How do they feel about it? 7 of Pentacles in reverse. They know it's game over. 7 of Pentacles is return on investment, your harvest, stock taking and seeing what you've accumulated and how great it is. I've got all this lovely stuff in my bank, but it's in the reverse, lost. It's a loss. It's a waste of time, a waste of effort. They realize that all that they have done in the run up to the coronation was going to be the pinnacle of it all. It's the biggest moment in royal life, a coronation. It has all been in vain. It's all been wasted effort, wasted time. Then they possibly cost themselves money. They've lost opportunities. It's a lost opportunity, the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It is, well, you're not going to get that second season. You're not going to get the big draw. You're not going to get the tons of money. And I got to stop Fluffy. Well, I'm back, and naughty Fluffy, being very naughty this afternoon. Anyway, all's well with Fluffy and with the dove that she's trying to catch. So dove's gone, Fluffy's inside locked up. And on with the reading. 7 of Pentacles in reverse doesn't bode well for the Harkles. What is the problem? What's crossing them? What's the challenge? What's the difficulty? Well, I mean, you know, a book that's selling like hotcakes at the moment. The 3 of Wands, the 3 of Rods in reverse. Yeah, this is what their great scheme, their great plan, to conquer the world, to spread their message out, to grow and take over and dominate the news cycle and all the rest of it, has turned into a big mess and has actually reduced their star power. The 3 of Wands in reverse is shrinking, loss, giving up waiting, giving up hope, giving up expectations. Things that you expected to happen didn't work out the way you thought they were going to. I've got 2 cards at the heart of this reading that tell me that what they expected is not what has come to pass. What a surprise. Anyone with half a brain could see that their scheme would backfire and would end up with them being reviled by the vast majority of right-thinking people and burning every bridge. You can't just go around attacking the way that they have attacked and think that you're still going to be welcome in the royal family or anywhere else for that matter. But it seems that the situation is beginning to dawn on the Harkles, and they have begun to realize that they have made a bit of a mistake with all of this. They've played the whole thing very badly. I can't remember whether, because I've been distracted now with having to get the cat inside. So if I haven't, apologies if I have, but if I haven't, let's remind you, tarot reading, entertainment purposes, all my opinions, speculation, reading on an archetypal family, the royals, apply the lessons to ourselves. And there is, of course, a disclaimer in the box below. That's the disclaimer, and that's the housework, the housekeeping, what's going on behind the scenes with this coronation, the invite and everything else. Ace of Swords in reverse. I think that they've been told a big no already behind the scenes. Look at that crown held aloft, but it's in reverse. It's no, it's your cutout, you're not welcome. It's a new start when it's upright. The Ace of Swords. A coronation is sure as nuts a new start for a monarch, for the royal family, but not invited, not welcome, stay away. A very clear message coming from that card. We don't want your lies. We don't want to be misrepresented, misreported. We don't want to find made-up conversations in the paperback version of Spare a few days afterwards, and so on. They really have alienated themselves, the Harkles. So what's their focus now, right now? What are they planning? What's their goal? What are they up to? Wow. I don't like that card. It's the Death card. It's a Scorpio card. It's the card of change and transformation, radical change and transformation, difficult change and transformation, letting go of things. I'm almost inclined, and this is pure speculation, this is my great mental leap as a tarot reader. This is just the energy that's coming off the card for me as a tarot reader. I'm almost inclined to think that they are hoping that literally happens. I don't even want to say it. And that will get them off the hook, basically. He doesn't look like he's in the most robust health, but that's just one of the energies that's coming off that card, and I have to articulate it because it's there in my consciousness, and I do these things intuitively, and that's what's coming to me intuitively. So that's the first message that's coming off that card. But something needs to change. If that is not the actual energy of this card, then the general energy of this card, the charitable interpretation of the card, should I say, is that they realize that there needs to be a change. A quite radical change, and a quite difficult change for them. They need to give up something, they need to let go of something, and they possibly need to let go of this great feud with the royal family, and in particular with the king, and well, also William and Catherine and Camilla. This is not necessarily the right path. I've got Harry's energy in here. I've just done a reading on Meghan and where she is and why she's not coming out loud and proud and supporting. And it was quite a surprise ending to that reading. If you haven't watched it, a short reading, quite an interesting ending to it. And it tells me that, yeah, they might actually be beginning to realize that they have played this all wrong and that they really need to change things up radically if they are going to save anything from the situation, save their brands, save their reputation, save their marriage, save, make something out of the situation. That all I'm getting here is loss at the moment. Things not working out the way they expected. Fame, popularity, glory, all the rest of it, nothing. How are they feeling about the coronation before this past week? This has been a very intense week. How are they feeling in the build up to this about going to the coronation? And that's an interesting card, 10 of Swords. Rock bottom card, ruin, somebody absolutely broken. I'm not sure that it's a Harkle energy, quite honestly. Because I don't think that they went into this feeling that they were the ones that were down and out. I think that they went into it feeling that the royals were the ones that were down and out. I was getting a Prince William energy off that card, the 10 of Swords. That they had dealt so many body blows to the royal family that the royal family was basically finished. That's how I'm reading this card. It can be read differently, and you are perfectly entitled to disagree with me and read it differently. But the 10 of Swords for me in this particular reading, I am getting that the Harkles thought that they had pretty much written off the royal family, destroyed them. They destroyed William, Charles, Camilla, Catherine, and they would swoop in to the coronation, and they would be the light, the new royals, the ones that everyone would follow and hail as so woke and so evolved and so sympathetic and so generous and kind and wise and blah blah, as we're getting the spiel that Harry's going around telling everyone how he's going to single-handedly reform the press for the good of the British people and all this rot that he's going on about. Not their feeling. Are they going to be invited? Are they literally going to get an invite in the post, or however it works? One of those people with a trumpet or a bugle or whatever come trotting along, ta-da, here's your invitation. We've got the Hermit. I don't think so, because a Hermit is go away and sit by yourself energy. As I say, Harry, go away and sit by yourself energy, or not welcome. Very literally, the Virgo. Retreating, isolated. Go and have a long think. Go and see what you have done. Go and think about it. Go and ponder and contemplate. And perhaps acquire some remorse and some insight, if it's possible, my opinion. But that doesn't look like a messenger arriving with an invitation. If I got a page there or something, I would say, yeah, okay, it's coming. But I think they have already twigged that it's a no. They could, of course, still arrive and force their way in, and we'll see what they're going to do ultimately in this reading. But there is all this talk of the summit and the apology and having the royals own their mistakes and how badly they've treated the Harkles before the Harkles will deign to attend. That energy works both ways, of course. You were so awful to us. You hurt us so much. How can we possibly attend the coronation until you apologise? And we have this summit. There was a silly talk of a mediator a while back, and now it's all through lawyers apparently. But that's a recent thing. So how does this impact on any attendance? Tell us about the summit and the apology and all that from the Harkles' point of view. They want to be victorious. They need to be victorious. They can't show up if they don't get this. Because this is what they have claimed to need, that the royals are completely in the wrong. The royals are the ones that are racist and have done all this harm and are unevolved and unaware, and need to be taught a lesson and admit to their faults. And so the Harkles need this. They need to be seen to be victorious before they can show up. Pressure for the Harkles, pressure from Netflix or whatever else, pressure. King of Cups. King of Cups in reverse, of course, William, Charles, Andrew Edward, or water signs. But the King of Cups in reverse, the pressure for the Harkles is not coming from Netflix so much. It's coming from people who have taken the cup of love away and said, we don't care about you anymore. They've gone cold, silent, indifferent, grey rocking, no longer giving energy to the drama, no longer giving sympathy, no longer acknowledging, no longer responding. And that is a big problem for the Harkles, the grey rocking, the silence, the coldness. I don't think they ever thought for 1 second that that would happen. It does happen with water signs. They can eventually turn off the tap and say, sorry, no more emotion where that came from. And those Kings of Cups, 2 of them, 2 very important, powerful men, have turned off the tap. And that is very much bothering the Harkles right now. It's there in this I keep being drawn to that Ace of Swords in reverse. If you're a Harkle, that's not a pretty card to see down there as a sort of underbelly of this reading, the brooding energy of this reading. And bear in mind that literally the underlying energy of this reading is the Star in reverse. They're not going to get a starring role at the Coronation. That is for sure. Hopes and fears about all of this and about treatment by the royals. If they go, but just generally hopes and fears. Page of Swords in reverse, that would be a fear card. That people are going to be very wary around them. The Page of Swords is somebody who's on high alert, who are very, very braced for whatever is coming their way. They do their research, they think about things, they're shrewd, they're strategic, they're not gullible. They're not naive and innocent. So the royals, they're worried that the royals have wised up now. There won't be conversations, off-the-cuff conversations, private conversations that the Harkles can then rewrite and misinterpret and put in volume 25 of Spare. It's not going to happen. That's what they're worried about. They've cut off the supply by all their nastiness. The supply of gossip, the fuel, well, not fuel, that's the wrong word. They've cut off whatever material they can get for books, for Netflix, for whatever else they need. Cut off at the source. The royals are going to all be on high alert. They are going to watch each other, I'm sure, and make sure nobody gets caught out. Nobody gets, what's the word, when you get kind of, not besieged, but trapped. It's not the right word, but Harkle leaping out from behind a candle as an unwitting royal goes past and kind of waylays them and starts bending their ear. The royals are going to be ready for this, prepared for it, done their homework, done their research. They're not going to let the Harkles through. Their guards are up, all of them. And so if the Harkles do go to the Coronation, it's going to be very chilly, it's going to be very quiet, and nobody is even going to say hello to them. They're going to be ignored completely, and it's going to be seen, and it's going to be seen on social media, all those micro expressions, all of the awkwardness, all of the stuff is going to be commented on quite cruelly and critically with that Page of Swords. So outcome, are the Harkles going to show up? It's very clear from all the press that they are not welcome, and they should really find something else to do that day. Go for a hike, take the dogs for a walk, clean out the chicken coop, whatever, polish their shoes, something. But are they going to go? Doesn't look like an invitation is going to be coming that way, or if an invitation does come, it's for the hermit alone. Hermit, you come by yourself and you leave her at home. Just saying that. It's just come to me now with that hermit card. Don't bring her. You can bring yourself. You can sit in a corner behind a candle. Major Johnny Thompson, he's now something much more senior than a major, can sit right next to you. Outcome. No. 8 of Wands in reverse. Blocked. Stopped. Prevented. 8 of Wands is literally forward movement, unblocking a situation, communicating, traveling, going places dynamically and with energy and enthusiasm, but they are stopped. They are blocked. I think this is two things. Either no invitation and go and sit by yourself and don't bug us again. We don't want to know. Or you can come. You're going to go and sit in a corner. William's the one who's going to be doing all the fancy stuff, the kneeling and the swearing oaths and all that. You are not going to be the star of the thing. You're going to sit quietly by yourself and you leave her behind. No, can't happen. Can't leave her behind. And so no content for Netflix, no chapter whatever or volume 25, as I said, of Spare. We might be on that by then. Does not look like current energy, does not look like we're going to see the Harkles there. Hallelujah. Although a little part of me says it would be quite fun to see them being iced like they were at the funeral. It was quite entertaining, but it looks as though Harkles are out of the coronation many months before the coronation actually happened. So well played, Harkles. Not really have made a huge mess of the situation, and yeah, royals are over it. Seemingly, these Kings of Cups are over it. That is the reading. Thank you for watching. I will see you again tomorrow, hopefully. And until then, take care.